Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. If you've already subscribed, we thank you very much. But if you haven't, please click that subscribe button so you can watch us make a fool of ourselves over and over again. So on with the video. We like wood, you like wood, and we all love a big machine within our hands. So we are bringing you the best the world has offered when it comes to mighty chainsaws.
Right, so yeah, this morning we've got three lovely chainsaws to have a look at. We've got the trusty 3120 XP from Husqvarna, the MS 881, the all shiny new one from STIHL, and the old girl, the solorex 125, and she's pretty ancient. In our previous video, you saw me and Ryan testing the 880 and the 881, but we're going to get right onto the real nitty gritty in this video and see if the old ones are still as good as the new.
So we've got the STIHL MS 881 coming in at 121.6cc, the Husqvarna 3120 coming in at 118.8cc, and the solorex coming in at 125cc.
The STIHL MS 881 coming in at 8,500 RPM, the 3120 XP 9,000 RPM, and the old girl, the solorex 4,600 RPM.
So we've got the STIHL MS 881 coming in at 9.84. The Husqvarna 3120 at 10.3 and the solorex coming in at 11.4 kilos.
We got 36-inch bars on the MS 881 and the 3120 XP and a 24-inch on the solorex.
Little Husky XP Power 2, only the best for the Husky saws. Okay. We're going to put Husky fuel in a STIHL? No, of course we're not. Put in some nice STIHL Moto Mix, only the best for the STIHL chainsaws. Crikey, that's a big tank, isn't it? Wow, it's bigger than my car. Empty now. It's like 5 litres. You got any paraffin for your old saw, Josh?
Yeah, he's here, yeah.
Did I put some paraffin in it?
Paraffin, getting out of the shed down.
What are you going to treat it to? Husky or STIHL? From 1958. This is actually Josh's granddad's old saw. Don't split your trousers, mate. Oh, yeah. Crikey.
Don't film me out.
Overfilled.
Twin tank job, mind. Tip it to the back and it goes to the back tank now.
Ah, look at this, see? A man who knows what he's on about. Well, this chainsaw anyway.
I think he's full rudder.
He's full rudder, look at that. That's one nice thing we'll see, is it does a 1958 chainsaw run on modern fuel. A lot of people will say with the modern fuel, oh, it doesn't work in the old stuff. Well, we're about to find out, aren't we? Should we do some cutting, Josh?
Yeah, better add on this.
Do some cutting. Some people don't like wearing PPE, but to be quite honest, it's a bit like cheap life insurance, isn't it? For a set of trousers, boots, helmet and gloves, it's got its purpose, I'm not going to lie. It's always easy just to pick up a chainsaw and off you go. We've all done it, but I'd advise wearing all the proper stuff, especially when using big stuff like this. Well, especially when using any chainsaw, you've got to wear it. But all of this PPE and the MS 881 is all available to buy on our website. Check it out. I'm going to tuck it in.
Does it look longer?
I've actually lost some weight now.
It might be.
We've gone on Slim Fast again.
Might be. I think so. We've been starved, I reckon.
You just picked a bigger one to make it look smaller. It's like it's...
I'll take your one, mate.
Shotgun Husky. Who said that?
Shotgun solo.
Let's start her up. So Josh is going to have a go on the old solorex to see if she's got a bit of a short bar on her. She's a little bit cute. She's down here with just what, 24 inches on her, all 125cc of it. I think that's the biggest cc saw we've got. We've got the Husky at 118. We've got the STIHL at 121, and we've got this one at 125. but it was made in 1958. So we're going to give her a go. Get on, Joshy.
Let's give it
Dig
a
in,
go.
mate.
Let's see what they've learned in 60 years then. Might take a few pulls to get her going, hit the right spot. Let's make sure she's all on. This one here I'm going to have to prime the oil as well. And there's no sprocket on the end of this one as well, so it's a solid bar.
Get on, mate. Go on. Give her a pull.
Can't get my feet in. My feet are too big. You did put paraffin in this, didn't you?
There's plenty of paraffin in there, mate. Ah, perhaps you've got to get the coal. We can start burning coal
Oh yeah,
underneath
that's what
it.
it is. Come on, you old girl.
Do you want me to have a puller, mate? Do you have a brake? You have a breather? It's determined.
See if the Swedes have got it right. You take over.
As usual for us, all the gear, no idea, you know? Right, so while Josh is sorting his life out, I'm going to get the 881 and have a go with that. I haven't had a go yet. How many pulls is that? 162.
Yeah.
Choke on, throttle lock on, decompressor in, brake off. I know, some of you will tell me I've got to start it with a brake on. Big stall like this, you don't want any restriction. Foot in the back and there she is. Nice that, I like it.
But the off switch was off.
That's what I was saying, was that on?
No, it's off.
Was it off? No.
Sorted me life out. Lesson learned here. The on-off switch is actually on when it's down or that. Even though you've got a spark on both directions. How that works, I don't know. So we'll put it down and it will fire up now. Promise. I've done enough sweating for one day.
Right, so we're going to do a speed test now, guys, each saw versus the other. See which one goes through this piece of timber the quickest. We're going to put them up again, then we're going to put the clock on the screen. It's not exactly a fair test because each saw's got different chains and bars and different sharpnesses and everything like that. But we're going to do it anyway. Let's have some fun. Josh is going to take on the sawing and I'll lead him on. Go for it, Smithy. One down, two to go. Good old Solorex up next. Hey, that rhymes. I like that.
She's on this time. Right.
Oh, ho, 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 Now for the STIHL MS 881, the newest, largest production saw in the world. That was fun, wasn't it? Love it. 3 huge, large, biggest saws that's ever been made. But that Solorex seems quite loud. There's probably something wrong with the exhaust. Not sure you can get the parts anymore. So we're going to do a decibel test and see which one's loudest. Let's do that. Right, so with Josh firing up the Solorex, I think, to be fair, the noise broke the sound barrier. So I've just downloaded an app on my phone so we can actually record how many decibels each saw is. I don't know what the true stats are on the paperwork, and I'm sure this isn't an accurate reading, but that's a bit of fun, isn't it? Right, so which one should we do first? STIHL? Let's do the STIHL, then the Husky, then the Solo, and see which one is the loudest. I think the official thing is that I hold it a metre away for safety purposes. Well, my voice is 85. Oh, my laugh's 90, it's so creepy. Right, STIHL MS 881. Let's see how loud she is. There we are, STIHL MS 881, 93.8 decibels. The Husky's 93.7, just 0.1 lower than the STIHL. Let's see what old Rexy is.
I'm hoping for big things with this girl.
I don't know how accurate this is. I don't know what it is or why it sounds so loud, but it's still coming out at 93.8, the same as the STIHL. It's probably the app, to be quite honest. It was free, I didn't have to pay for it. Try it with the other one a minute. Let's just fire that one back up again. Well, that read it at 102, so...
It does sound louder.
It does, definitely.
Yeah,
anyway, the Solorex is louder no matter what the free app says. Don't rely on technology, guys. Buy good old petrol. Buy petrol machines, yeah. Or battery. I'm sort of doing myself out of work here, aren't I? Buy modern battery machines and modern saws and chains and bars and whatever. I'll learn how to talk one day. So there we are, guys. That big bit of beech is now in pieces, all ready for the owner of this place to chop it up with his log splitter and send it out to his customers. Hopefully we've done him a bit of a favour by chopping up a big old lump of beech for him. Those 3 chainsaws, wow. It's not every day we get to play with...
definitely not. 125, 120cc saws. Yeah. What more do we want?
Yeah, how many times in our career have we had chance to use 3 saws of that size in one go?
Yeah,
it's mad, isn't it? You know? Yeah, obviously the 881 has spurred that on for us to come and do this. The 3120, which I adore, by the way, you can't buy them in the UK anymore, but we've actually borrowed that off a customer. We sold it a few years ago and he's very kindly lent it to us to be able to do this video. Josh owns the Solorex himself, and that was his granddad's saw. And yeah, you've had that for many years yourself now, haven't you? You know, many times we've had different customers come in and see us, and we've started it up with them. Today's been the only failure where it hasn't started.
Well, at least we know the on-off switch works now, anyway.
But which is your favourite, mate? What do you prefer? You know, if you had to pick one up now, which would it be?
I've always been a Husky man myself, but to be fair, because you can't buy the STIHL one, and it's so smooth, there's so much acceleration, so much power. It looks good. It's not just a box with a bit of chain on the end. Fundamentally, the STIHL for me.
It is a nice saw. And
what about you?
The balance and the vibration is nothing, is it?
No,
you wouldn't think you've had so much power in your hand when you're cutting it. It's a real pleasure to use. But I'm going to have to slightly disagree because I love the Husky. That is just, it's always been my favourite saw of all times. Well, bar the 346 XP. That was always my favourite, ground saw, but that as a big saw has always been beautiful. You whip that chain and bar off and rev it up without the bar and chain on it. It sounds like a motorbike. It's just absolutely crazy. But yeah, I completely agree, that STIHL is an absolute pleasure to use. But I think we'll both side with our favourite, and that's the old 60-year-old.
That's cut some wood in its timeline, hasn't it? Got to have done.
It is.
That's when men were men, those saws.
And obviously, nice to see the safety feature of the no chain brake on the front. That was made pre-production with chain brakes when it's now a legal requirement, has been for many years. And the hand oil primer on the back to push the oil through the system. And what a beauty it is it just sounds incredible, doesn't it?
And I think I was reading earlier, this is the first production saw that they actually widely use plastic in as well. So obviously the cover's plastic, pretty much the rest of it is metal. But
yeah. That's metal, yeah. I should think they made the crankcase on an anvil, I should think, after getting that into the right shape. But there we go. Yeah. That is those 3 saws, guys. Thank you so much for watching. You do us a massive favour by subscribing to this YouTube channel, liking us on Facebook and Instagram, or all that social media stuff. It's great. We're only a small channel at the moment and we're looking to grow. We've got lots of different videos on there already, and there's plenty more to come, I promise you. There's plenty more in our crank bank, as I keep saying. So yeah, please click subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.